All right, guys. We will make sure that we have everyone in here and we're able to see. Can you guys hear us okay? I do know that we're using the laptop this time. Welcome to the Matrix. Press one if you guys can hear us.
Eric said yes.
Okay. Guys, we're coming to you tonight for a special announcement due to the fact that news channels and we just want you guys to hear it from us before things get misconstrued. Sometimes it happens. So Jason Spencer, 49-year-old Jason Spencer, has been found and he's been located. He was in his truck in the Cumberland River. When we were searching the past week and a half in St. Louis for Kenny Loudermilk, we have exhausted our resources. We have really tried hard to find Kenny. We were unable to locate him even after the barge came in there and moved the items around so we can get a better sonar image. With that being said, we told Kevin and the family that we would be back, and I promise we will be back. We promise that we will be back to help. With that being said, Lindsay can tell you the rest on who contacted us on this case and the rest of the case details.
I was contacted by Stephen Smith, Ventures for Hope, about this missing person case. So he and I had talked, and I had said, it appears that the Cumberland River is the closest body of water. He had said yes, reading in some news articles, things like that. Jason left his home on November 9th around 3 a.m. He left behind everything. He didn't take wallet, money. He didn't take any of that with him. And no money was accessed after he left that night either. So unfortunately, in our experience, when someone in their vehicle go missing in an instant and there is a body of water close, that's our go-to. So in talking with Stephen, I let him know that, we'll be able to come. We were going to be heading over to Die for Good, Bryson. We were going to be heading over to Nashville to help him with a case. This was on our way. So we figured we could stop here for a day or two and then head over to Nashville for a couple days. Bryson was able to come over here and meet us. The Cumberland River at its closest point to his home is 2.4 miles from where Jason lived. The boat ramp that we were at today was probably 3.5 miles from where he resided here in Clarkesville.
So Bryson also contacted us about a different case in Nashville. So Bryson's also doing some monitoring and moderating. Yeah. So with him on the phone, he wasn't disrespectful. Just
I'm just watching comments.
So with Bryson from Die for Good, his service is he's actually a dirt water diver service out of Nashville. He cleans out boats and stuff on the bottom of the boats, and him and Shay do an amazing job. He actually contacted us and said, "Hey, we need some help down here." And so with that case that Lindsay was talking about, with this case, Jason, and the other case, we were able to come down here, and I asked him if he'd come. Die for Good, and Bryson is just an amazing person. So please give him some support in this. Bryson, you were the main diver on this. When we put the vehicle in, when we put the boat in, you were the first one on the vehicle after we got it marked. How was that experience when you first initially went down? What was your thoughts?
So I saw, the original sonar, and I was like, man, that I wasn't convinced that it was a truck. But then when we saw the live scope, then I was like, yeah, that's a truck. Jacob knew right off the bat it was a truck. But I got in the water and we looked. We went down. I went down and but actually it was from the surface I could actually touch the hood with my fins. And I was like, oh, I think I'm sitting on it. And then I went down and immediately I saw a white hood and started going around the vehicle, and then saw the windows were closed and went to the license plate and read off the license plate to them. I had comms hooked up. So I read off the license plate to them and they confirmed that was the right numbers. And then, it was,
It's definitely an experience, wasn't it?
yeah.
So he was helping in the Bill Simmons case also in Nashville. He spent a lot of time searching for Bill. So Team Waters is in here. Hello, Tammy. We love you, and we appreciate each day we get to spend with you, and your knowledge on the sonar is amazing. Team Waters has found over 100. Was it 100? Not over.
Is it 104?
104 people. Losing Dennis. There's still a strong person that's there to be able to sonar. So Team Waters is still going to operate, and if she ever needs our help, we will be there. So please also show them some support. With that, what he was talking about on the Live Scope, the Active Live Plus or whatever it is, the newest edition, that machine was given to us by a donor, and it's probably one of the most amazing machines. We literally seen what looked like.
I mean, it was you could say when me and Lindsay saw it, we were both just like, that's a Dodge Ram.
Yeah.
I mean that's a Dodge Ram, and it was amazing, the picture and clarity that it showed us.
So when you go over a newer car, I've told you this in the past, you're not looking for a new car. Or you're not looking for a car. You're looking for a blur. You're looking for flashes. It's like almost shining a light on a vehicle and just getting on a mirror and just getting a whole bunch of flashes back. And that's the thing that you have to look for in a new car. If you actually see the details of the car from the side view, it's probably not the car. It's probably been there for a while, or there's a whole lot of sediment in there and it's collected a lot of settlement over the time. This is a fresh case, I think. Well, when did he go missing? November 9th. So, we're appreciative to the family that we were able to bring him home. Condolences to the families. And, it's because of you guys and your support and your donations and all your love and all the messages that are sent to us. I can't reply back to everybody. Just thank you so much for each and every one of you to do that. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to be here. With that, we were able to, the law enforcement, she can talk about the law enforcement and who all was involved and stuff like that. So
just to kind of back up and I guess start the day.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah.
The first boat ramp that we went to, driving into it, there was a camera. Knowing
there were cameras, they were all over.
There were cameras. So, kind of suspecting that, Jason may be facing burdens in his life that he could no longer tackle. We went to that closest boat ramp. One, there were cameras. Knowing that somebody, is potentially wanting to take their own life and not wanting to be found, that kind of took it out of our mind right away. When we got down there, we noticed that there was another boat down there sonaring, and realized that it was Exploring with Nug and Adam Brown's Adventures. They were in Knoxville the last couple days, I think, and they had also heard about this case, so they had come over to help as well. So because they were already searching that boat ramp, they they were working on marking a vehicle at
They
the
already,
time.
yeah, they were dropping a magnet on it.
So we had chose to go down to the other boat ramp, which again isn't far, maybe a
McGregor.
mile farther. So we went down there. It was also easier for us to put in at the other boat ramp as well.
Super shallow.
With the length of the RV and the boat, it was just easier for us to put in at the other one. So we let them, we didn't want to disrupt their sonar imaging or anything like that either. So we went down to the other boat ramp, put the boat in, and then from there, I pulled back up. The guys picked me up from the docking area. And our first pass through, there's actually 3 cars in that area. So going through, being able to say, okay, that there is something that's not right. That's something that's newer in the water. And then going back over it again, we went right over top of it the second time. So going over it the second time, that gave us a better image on our down scan where we could say it's a truck. I think, Bryson, you were with me on mine. We could say, yes, it was a truck. So putting the live scope in, as soon as the live scope hit the water and it came on, that very first view we had of it was
Go ahead.
the most perfect view.
Yeah.
Bryson was right behind me of a, there was no doubt about it that it was a Dodge vehicle. We could see the rounded hood to it. We could see everything. And the fact that we could see it on the live scope and not see the detail on the Hummingbird also just gave us, it was just more indicative that it was a new vehicle in the water. Bryson dove down on it. We confirmed that it was the truck in question. I called law enforcement. I called Clarkesville. They were there immediately.
I mean,
They were surrounding us like
So quick. I mean,
Yeah.
their response time was incredible.
like 2 minutes.
And every one of them that showed up, the only thing, we introduced ourselves, told them what we did, explained how we had found it. They spoke with Bryson because he was the initial diver. And it was just thank you, thank you, thank you. We had Clarksville Police Department there. There were from several different departments. Homicide was there just because it's a death investigation.
EMS.
And then the captain came down. He spoke with us. Montgomery County EMS, Montgomery County Emergency Services. They brought their dive team was there. Even though their dive team was there, they allowed us, Jacob, and I don't know what you're telling me.
I'm sorry. They allowed. I'm sorry.
They allowed us to remove the vehicle. We had the equipment and stuff, so they did allow us to actually. Well, they let Jacob and Bryson be the ones to actually dive down, hook up the truck and everything. Bose Towing is the one who showed up to remove the truck from the water, and then from there, once the truck was out of the water, they were able to remove the remains. Again, DNA confirmation is something that we're awaiting at this time, but we all believe, in our hearts that it is that of Jason Spencer.
I was trying to show her actually some of the Clarksville Police Department and stuff like that, but she had already covered all of it. I should just shut my mouth. So thank you, Lindsay, for doing that. She's got a Rolodex in her mind. I don't know how she does it. I cannot do that. I am not that talented. This is the vehicle, the image it looks like. So if I can find the camera, it looks like a brush pile, guys. To me, I would have thought it was a brush pile, but that's what you need to look for. Something odd that doesn't need to be in the water. The shadows is what you're going to look for. Different smudges on it. Just there's a lot of detail to put in that. So with all that, guys, everything that you have done for this team is amazing. The support, we can't thank you enough. The captain was flat out.
To say they showed us great hospitality would be an understatement. It was amazing. Every single interaction today was positive and gracious, and just it was awesome. You never know, and sometimes it doesn't go that way. But the Clarksville Police Department was amazing.
Oh, absolutely. They were extremely accommodating. Every person that we spoke to today, what do you need? Next time you come to town, let us know. However, we can help you. They were extremely appreciative, and we are appreciative to them. One, they took us seriously. They wanted to know more, how can they help, and they wanted to get all of the information we had. And then, they entrusted us to actually be the ones to remove the vehicle. And again, what we believe to be Jason Spencer, they trusted us to remove that all safely and quickly. I couldn't have asked for a better day and for better cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't ask for a better team. Like, these guys were amazing today. Bryson jumped right in there in his wetsuit. I felt sorry for him. I told him, use my dry suit or use his use Eric's dry suit.
I had 2 wetsuits. I had 2. That's my preferred way right now.
We're 51-degree water, people.
Even in the cold water right now, I'm rocking my dry suit has a big leak in it. So I'm just got lazy and not fixed it. So
I still don't.
Yeah.
Still don't think that 3 + 5 = 8.
Yeah, so he had a 5 mil and a 3 mil, and they just don't add up to 8. But
I think they do.
I mean, they add up. They physically add up, but I don't know if the thickness.
I wasn't super cold today. I was cold when I got out. But
thank you, Loretta, and everyone who has become a member and has donated. People ask about that, guys. It's just flat out amazing. If you guys want to check out chaosdivers.com, you'll see the ways that you can help our channel out and just help us bring home more families. We spend a lot of time on the road, and we do this because we care. We love each and every one of you, and we just want to bring them home and help families.
I do want to say, so obviously one of our team members isn't here, but he's
Eric.
in here. Yeah, you tend to forget that. But Eric's been a huge help in Missouri.
Super huge.
In Missouri over the last he's been able to be there several times now. But
sorry, Eric.
So thank you to Eric. I mean, Eric was obviously my first call today, just to say, I mean, he knew that we were coming over here. He knew all of that, but he was the first call, like, hey, we did it. And I don't know if anybody's probably more proud of us than him. Maybe Garrett.
Eric from Ride or Dive on YouTube, guys, check him out. Like, he is straight up probably he's an amazing diver, a really good friend of mine. Her husband. I was trying to say that right, and I was gonna say his wife.
You didn't,
but I know. And he's just a good person all the way around. He does riding, bike, cycling, and he also does the diving when he's available. He's got a big boy job, and he's not always with us, but he's always with us on the phone, or he's always with us. He's just always with us. Yeah. So thank you, Eric from Ride or Dive, and appreciate you, buddy. Wish you were here.
It's a song, isn't it?
Wish you were here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Pink Floyd.
Guys, we're going to open this up for just a brief question. If you have any questions, put QQ in there. We're not going to answer any vehicle questions or stuff like that. We're just going to ask, or just going to answer some of the ones that we see coming in, and then we're going to be able to get off of here. Again, thank you all for your support. If it wasn't for you and becoming a member or donations, we can't do this. I promise you, we can't do this.
So somebody had asked, like, are we competitors with the other teams? Absolutely, in no way. We didn't know, like for instance, like today, like we didn't know Adam and Nug were here, but once we saw them, like they were already marking the car. We didn't want to disturb that. So we went down. They came down and
talked to us
and helped us today. Like they came down and great job. And then they stayed with us in case there was any assistance needed. Nobody is in competition, and if you are, then you probably shouldn't be doing this. If anybody needs help, we'll go help them. And I feel confident in saying if we needed help, any of those teams would come help us. So at the end of the day, it's just about bringing answers to these families and bringing their loved ones home. And I think that all kind of stems from like Tammy and Dennis. We have been able to call Tammy at 11 o'clock at night, midnight, and be like, we don't know what the heck this problem is. She answers the phone every time. Anytime Bryson calls or we call Bryson, okay, we can be there. Sometimes it's a couple days, but we talked to you yesterday. And we're like,
yeah.
Hey, we're coming that way tomorrow. Bryson called and needed some help. It was about a month ago.
Yeah. I had something that for my business, just a customer that we've been searching for something and off of his boat, and I was just not having no luck finding it, and they came down without hesitation and helped me out. So yeah, it's great having a network. I'm here to help y'all, and I know y'all are here to help me. So
somebody asked, what is the difference between a wetsuit and a dry suit?
Cold.
Literally that.
Oh, jeez.
So a wetsuit, it's a barrier between your skin and the water, but it's wet. It's like a bathing suit.
It's breathable, but it's a bathing suit.
And then a dry suit, you can literally put on a wedding dress or a tuxedo underneath of it, get in the water, get out, take it off, and you're still just as dry. Your underlayer is still just as dry as when you went. Supposed to be just as dry.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. So Jacob and I are from Southern Illinois, and then Bryson is from over here around Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm gonna talk about just briefly about what she just said about the competition. If you guys are in it, if you guys are trying to get in this to make money, absolutely, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. We have to pay our bills. We have to provide for our families. But we also do this for the families for free. Right now, I'm running off money out of my own pocket because I care. And I promise you, I can show anybody in here how much I make. It's not much.
Somebody had been asking how long he had been missing. He went missing on November 9th. And then he had been reported on November 14th. Again, I'm not sure what, those 2 days of, just different schedules, different kind of whatever. And then our next search is wherever we're needed next. We will have another big trip in February. We will be going back over towards St. Louis to help the family of Kenny Loudermilk in between now and February. But basically, it's just wherever we can go help. So
yes, Josh, you're right. That is why I have a great support system. I keep telling you guys, I'm gonna have to put this on charge real quick, but go ahead and talk about other questions, Lindsay. Sorry.
Yes, I did get a dive hood. Somebody bought me one, but somebody asked if I know how to dive. And if I'm certified, I am.
She's a good diver, actually.
I just recently got certified to be able to do this. If you want to run with the boys, you got to be able to do what the boys do. So I did get certified. I dove a few times in some of the rivers. And then, I've been able to pull a car. I've got great people to learn from. Not just Jacob and Eric, but like when we're with Bryson, like I learn little things. Like I watch how he does things, and I get to learn from that. So, but yes, I am certified, and right now it's just kind of I don't get in the water right now because I only have a wetsuit, and I am not as beast mode as Bryson is.
Bryson, you wore beast, dude. You come out of the water shivering. I'm like, dude, go in the RV and try to warm up.
I fell today in front of everybody.
You're not supposed to say that. Nobody's seen it.
Everybody saw it.
Oh.
Somebody said it would help to know the background of the missing person. We were going off of articles. He went missing at 3 a.m. on November 9th from his home in a Dodge Ram truck. That's what kind
we
of
were running on.
Yeah, that's the information we were running on. One of the articles had not his address, but the road that he lived on. So that's what we were going off of. We do know that, he had left his things behind, but that's what we had.
Ryder Dive said, "How is my GoPro?"
Oh, we don't have it with us right now. I did it, Eric. I put the GoPro on the trailer. Lindsay's super amazing skills at backing up a trailer. It stayed on all the way down till I loaded the boat. And when I loaded the boat, the GoPro got smashed. It didn't just get smashed.
Yeah,
it was demolished. It took us.
We had to get the SD card out. We actually just had to separate the GoPro.
So we may or may not have footage
underwater,
but we do have the footage of finding it. I don't know if that card is broke or not. We haven't checked it yet.
Yeah, it was. How much does your RV weigh?
Oh, this one's a lot more than the last one.
Yeah,
and the last one was 14,000. So pushing 18,000 pounds.
It held up pretty good.
We will have a full edited video of this out. This is just us bringing it to you guys right now, putting it out there, and then for the news channels to use
whatever they want.
To use whatever they want, and then but there will be a video out probably in the next week or so.
And I will also have to say that Adam Brown Adventures and Nug, as we were both unaware that each other was going to be there, they still traveled 7.5 hours, and Nug traveled so long. They're still going to make a video out of this, and they were, they were there, they were searching, and they have every right to put that out there. They were in contact with the family. We didn't know any of that. All we did was got the information, went down there, and we put the boat in, and we located the vehicle.
So Jason Spencer was 49 years old when he went missing. That was one of the questions somebody asked, and then somebody said, do you have other full-time jobs, or do you just do search and recovery? So for Jacob and I, this is our full-time job, is traveling, helping, making the videos, getting stories out. A lot of the cases we work are cold cases, 7 years plus old. Bryson, he comes and helps us whenever we need. And then he has dirt water diving services. You guys do everything on boats, basically.
Yeah, we do,
repairs, and cleaning,
anything underwater, really, and then some above water. But yeah,
he's called me for some crazy searches.
Yeah, we did. We've done some crazy stuff.
just searching for random stuff, and
yeah.
So it's been fun. It's been a blessing to know Bryson for as long as we have, and I will consider him one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And darn good diver. So
appreciate it.
Somebody had asked, equipment wise, is there anything that we need? I think right now We are.
GoPro.
Oh, we're gonna get insurance. Insurance is gonna cover the
Eric's
GoPro.
GoPro will be covered by the GoPro insurance for sure.
That's funny.
I mean, it was a Christmas gift last year for Eric that I had saved up and I had purchased for Eric, but
Deeds, not words.
you know, that's
I apologize.
but no,
I don't know what else to
we
do.
have been incredibly lucky in the amount of support that we have received.
Phenomenal.
And that there's times where it's like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And then everything just falls into place and you guys pull through for us and make it happen. We are incredibly grateful for that, for everything that you guys have gotten for us, all of the equipment, the sonars. There's absolutely zero chance that we would be where we are without you guys. So Tammy said Dennis said that I should do it. And then there were other people. So
you can't slap me on every live stream.
first off, Tammy said.
Okay. All right.
Tammy says it.
All right.
She did say it earlier.
Calm down. Thanks, Tim. Love you too. Deeds, not words. That's actually really great, Browning. You know, we do this from our hearts. None of this team would be here if they were in any other condition other than where their heart is bringing these people home. They would not be on my team if it wasn't for that. I promise, and I've made this promise, we won't stop looking until everybody has found that we are looking for.
So, yes, eventually I will get my own dry suit. And then I have to go get dry suit certified. It's a different, another certification that I need to get because there's a lot of different things with the dry suit compared to the wetsuit. I do have Eric's dry suit. So I got certified in Eric's wetsuit, Eric's BCD, Eric's regs. I had everything of Eric's except for his mask and his fins. And then since then,
she's getting her equipment.
You know, Jacob purchased a wetsuit for me as a good job, but thanks a lot for not telling me kind of thing.
And the regs.
And then I had a donation come through that allowed me to purchase the regs. And then another donation came through that allowed me to purchase a computer. So a BCD and a wetsuit a dry suit are things that I'll get. But right now I don't have that certification. So it's something I'll work towards. But I have access to Eric's or, you know, to other things. So we make it work. And I'm good with that. So
they didn't have bangs, Billy. If they did, I'd have them. So tonight's just an unusual deal since we were able to bring Jason home. I said, let's relax. We haven't relaxed and had a super hot shower that lasts more than 2 minutes.
I told Eric that I planned on using all the hot water in the whole entire hotel.
So we've been gone for about a week and a half to 2 weeks searching for Kenny, and we've been just on the go. So this was a hey, you know, we done good today. Let's celebrate, and we got, this is our celebration. We got a hotel.
So again, we were able to find the truck belonging to Jason Spencer today. That was confirmed via license plates. Jason went missing on November 9th. He was reported on the 14th. He left his home with nothing basically but his keys. The remains in it are at this point in time presumed to be that of Jason Spencer. But we are awaiting DNA confirmation. So that's kind of, you know, what we're bringing to you tonight. So Jason has been missing for just shy of a month. They had asked for, somebody had said they had just joined.
Guys, I think we're going to close out the questions. You know, we didn't want to.
Oh, somebody just asked, how many people have you found now? since you've started?
Since I have started this company, 14 people brought home, 13 in the last year. So, as close as it is to Christmas, as hard as it is to say and as hard as it is to deal with this as their family, Jason's brought home, so they don't have to worry anymore on where he's at. And it's not because of me, it's not because of Bryson, it's not because of Lindsay. You guys are the ones that are doing this. We're not. We're just the messengers. We're just going out and sonaring. We're 2 goofballs with a sonar. 3, including Eric. 4, including Bryson.
Hey, I just get water.
Again, you guys are who make this possible for us. Without you guys, watching a video means just as much to us as a monetary donation. And I can't reiterate that enough to you guys, that just your support. I read every single comment that is made on the YouTube channel and Facebook channel. Every single comment, good, bad, indifferent, every single one. Just to you guys saying, hey, I'm proud of you, means so much to us. When you guys are like, hey, I'm really proud of you, I don't like this video, but I still like you guys, that means a lot to us. Like, don't ever think that like what you guys write to us goes unseen. I don't always get a chance to comment back. Jacob doesn't always get a chance to comment back, but I read every single one. And you guys mean a lot to us, and everything that you do for us is incredible. And Bryson, everything that you have done for us. I mean,
we pulled a Cadillac out last year that I got yelled at almost every 5 seconds by Dennis. But it was a fun time,
I yelled at you in Ohio, so
yeah, you did. You did.
I'm not.
Oh yeah, the Ohio River, I do.
Yeah, it's like I'm done. I'm like,
and
there was a thunderstorm.
I was like, okay.
Bryson and I are like blood brothers because we have both dove and had a big old Jacob land on us. So yeah. I feel like it's a rite of passage. You are not officially a diver until you have dove down.
He tried to do it today.
And Jacob lands on you. So
he tried to do it today. He
was cautious.
He was cautious, and then I saw his son of a light coming down, and I was like, oh no, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Brace for impact.
Flashbacks.
I came down cautiously. When I seen the car, I seen the truck. I inflated and I got buoyant real quick. That river you just couldn't see, and I'm sitting on Bryson's back.
Mm-hmm.
Bryson doesn't move.
I'm just like,
and I'm messing with some clips, thinking I'm on the ground, and then all of a sudden the ground starts moving just a little bit. And I said, I'm sitting on Bryson. So I stood, I got up, and then he moved over.
Like, he'll realize eventually.
Somebody asked if there's a reward, do we claim it? We do not. We do everything in our power to make sure that either goes back to the family, to use for whatever they need. That's not something we never pick a case based on that. There's, I think Josh Hammond is in here. Josh Hammond can attest to this. There was a case that we were working. We didn't even know there was a reward. That's not something we look at. So that has zero factor in us taking a case. It's just a matter of, can we go? Can we help? Can we be beneficial? And then, when a reward is offered, our thing is always to just, please give it back to the family. That's not something that we're in it for. We rather them use it for whatever they need to.
Absolutely. I don't know if you all realize, but funeral costs these days, the family would need it. So any type of reward we do not accept.
We did not find Kenny. We will be returning. And then somebody else asked a question. How often does Lindsay yell at you?
I'm not answering that question.
Who is the
'Cause I'll get yelled
HR?
at.
Who is HR here?
Josh
Hammond.
Oh, okay.
Josh Hammond.
Are you going to be HR?
I actually don't yell at him that often.
And she just looks at me, and I'm like,
I'd say there's this look, and he just knows that, like, oh,
I need to either shut up or change whatever I just said.
so yeah. Josh said, "Yep."
You just shut up. Just go with the flow. How is the new RV going? The new RV has a little bit of hiccups, but we're getting through that. I fixed the steps. The steps. Well, I think
Wait,
I didn't.
no.
He fixed the
No,
steps.
I
and
fixed
then
the
he
steps,
broke
but
the
the-
step.
So the steps were frozen solid with rust. In New York, you got that salt content, and it just builds up. And so I took a sledgehammer to it, which I wasn't supposed to. Sorry, Linda, but I did it.
Yeah, even my mom told you not to.
Yeah, but I did it anyway. And I took a crowbar and I took a jack and finally got it broke loose. I took the motor off and the motor started spinning in my hand. I went, oh, okay. Fixed the step. The only problem is my charging system. The generator works, but it doesn't charge the batteries. There's something going on there. I just got to get it rewired, but we haven't stopped yet. So it's whatever.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Laura asked, any advice for someone who is wanting to get out there and do this?
Find
Yes.
cars.
Um,
Read your sonars.
Find someone that knows what they're doing.
Find someone that
Yeah.
knows what they're doing. Please.
Find somebody, and then
Find fishermen. Find anybody. That,
Yeah.
YouTube
and my
videos
biggest
on it.
thing is if you are just starting out doing this, I know that you want to help families, but I rather see somebody go find cars for a year. Go find 100 cars, 200 cars. Make sure you know what you're doing. Otherwise, a lot of times we've found that, like, somebody will be like, oh, I've searched that area. So that area gets just marked off as searched and cleared. And it never gets rechecked or it never gets rescanned. And that's something and that's when things get missed. So go find cars, go do all of that. And then, then reach out and help.
If you're comfortable enough with your sonaring, this is a thing. Like, yes, you can find cars all day long on the sonar. But once you bring a family in there and they entrust you, and then you give false hopes to them, we will recheck anything that's been checked due to the fact we've been doing this every single day. We're on the waters constantly. We know what we're doing. Not saying that the person doesn't, but what we're saying is it's not checked until we check it.
I think every team should go into every case like nobody's ever searched before.
Definitely.
Because, and like, even if Tammy's still in here, she's even said, she's like, we've missed things going by something the first time or the second time. Like the angle you are, I mean, if your sonar is reaching out 60 feet and something is 65 feet and you don't go back over it, well, then you just missed it. So it happens. Yeah.
Water visibility, and I mean,
don't get certified to just get certified to search for people. Want to learn and enhance your skills before you just off and go into the rivers.
Yeah.
Experience is the key. Don't just like, oh, I got certified, I'm going to go down on this car in raging waters. I refused to dive in the Missouri River the last time. I told them if we needed me, I would be in there. But it was too rough for me to be in there for my health reasons, just big as I am. Mike McFerrin from Scuba Adventures was a beast at searching a lot of these spots for Kenny.
Somebody asked, would you recommend Garmin or Humminbird? I think different people have different preferences. I will tell you all day for side imaging, down imaging, Humminbird, and for live scope, Garmin. Somebody else may tell you something completely different. Whatever you get, just know your system. know how it functions, know what you need to do to manipulate it to see it in different types of water, different types of, the river bottoms. All of that will affect how you see it. So just know your system. Again, I will always tell everybody hummingbird for side and down. I think Bryson, you're now a believer in Garmin.
I am.
In the live scope.
Yeah. So this is we didn't do this today, but when Jacob came down last time to help me, I was under the marina and we had comms. We have comms through my business, and I was talking to Jacob and Lindsay on the surface. We were looking at I was trying to find an object that we had marked underwater, and I was on the bottom, and Jacob was telling me, go another 5 feet. Oh, no, go to your left a little bit. No, actually your other left. and so I was able to run. And he was like, you should be seeing it right now. And then boom, there it was right in front of me. And I was like, awesome.
The live scope is a lifesaver.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, it's kind of confusing to direct somebody because I'm like, is he coming closer? Yeah, your other left.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at the wrong tree.
Eric's advice is to get a lot of dive practice before even trying to get in a river.
100%.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
River's a
dive
different
as much
beast.
as you can. Yes, I dove in the Ohio River, but
I hate the Ohio River.
Where we were at,
Oh, it's beautiful up there in Steubenville. It's gorgeous.
Clear. There's
not a lot of current
no
that time.
current. And I've dove in, I dove in the lake and pulled that car. So just dive as much as you can, get that experience, dive in different situations, build up to the harder stuff. And I mean, I already learned to when I'm going down on a car to just close my eyes. I don't even try to see, just close my eyes.
Yeah. I've dived in a lot of different rivers now, and I still run into some very sketchy situations. And
you did that in the Ohio River.
Yeah, so rivers are very, very dangerous, and you think you're fine, and then you try to come up and there's a tree above you and you didn't know it. And then you try to go down, there's a tree below you and you didn't even know it. And it's like, yeah.
That's the time he yelled at me.
Yeah.
Well, and
I'm done.
What we see on the surface means absolutely nothing about what's happening under the water. When we were in South Carolina, I'm watching, the tide come in and Jacob's underneath, getting spun around like he's in a washing machine. Sometimes the surface is just kind of flowing nice and calm, and then underneath, an eddy's being created and it's creating a different swirl, and it's, you're getting kicked around. So
drift current is a real thing, and I've heard people say dovin.
Somebody said I would be afraid of fish hooks and lines. The only thing that I am afraid of is snapping turtles.
I'd say that's me too.
That's my biggest.
Snapping turtles and moving trees.
Moving trees. Jacobs.
Yeah.
And big Jacobs.
Yeah, and big Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Guys, we're getting a little bit. I mean, we're not getting off topic, but
Dan said Jacob is the best phone recovery man around.
We love each and every one of you. Thank you for your support. There's ways on Chaos Divers to support what we do, and each and every one of those things is amazing. I have over 700 dives. I don't really know how many after that. I've stopped recording. Sorry, Terrence. Other than that, guys, I'm just looking. Snakes don't bother me. All right, we're going to get this closed out. It was an honor to bring home Jason. It's an honor to work with you once again.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Good job.
I'm not going to say it's an honor to work for you because you're mean. I appreciate you, Lindsay. If it wasn't for her, the Chaos Divers would not be organized at all. So she keeps the organization. Eric from Ride or Dive, thank you so much. Guys, support these people as you guys support us.
Miss you and love you, Tammy. Tammy said she misses us and loves us all.
We just seen you yesterday.
That doesn't mean we don't already miss her.
I missed her. I didn't get to see her. So I missed her.
I missed her before we even left.
She made me eat my whole plate of food. That's probably why I'm 44. Size 44. Guys, on a serious note, it's amazing what you guys do for us. So thank you so much. From there, do you guys have anything else you want to say?
I think we covered it.
No, just thank you again to the different agencies that were present today. Thank you for your support and being so accommodating and entrusting us to say yes, this is his vehicle, and then allowing us to pull it. So again, just thank you to them. Thank you to each and every one of you for everything that you do for us. And
they're commenting on the mean eyes you give me. They're like those eyes. Yeah, that look.
And thank you to Bryson for coming and hanging out with the cool kids today. Cool kid. And thanks to Garrett.
Garrett, buddy. He is a cool kid. All right. You got anything?
Just another shout out to Ventures for.
Yeah.
I think I can post his.
Post his
Facebook
link on his Facebook. He reached out to us. Ventures for Hope.
Yeah.
Ventures for Hope. Yeah. His name
Ventures
is
for Hope on Facebook. He doesn't have a YouTube. It's Facebook.
Yeah. I'm doing it right now.
He reached out and he lives in this area, so he had known about the case. So he reached out and got a hold of us. And again, we were going to be able to come help Bryson, needing to step away from.
Just posted it.
Thank you for the from Kenny Loudermilk, the paramotorist. We kind of knew that we needed to step away from that, regroup, be able to look at everything, and then with Steven getting a hold of us and Bryson getting a hold of us, we're like, yeah, let's go. So,
Tammy made peanut butter fudge.
Oh, I bought the stuff to make the cinnamon sugar crackers, but I haven't made them yet. But I'm not sharing them.
I don't need them.
No, you don't.
I really need to just start working out again. Love each and every one of you. Keep diving. It's not where to stop.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Go do some good.
Love you. Bye.
Love each and every one of you, and talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for your support.